Okay, so I've made a little progress on my nose gear. I've had to butcher out quite a bit of this to get it to fit. Here's where I made a hole for the servo to fit, and had to make this hole for where the electric retracts can go down in there. Let's go over here and look at this. Here's a little platform I built for my electronic retract. That's just an electric retract from Hobby City. And there's the servo. I didn't go with the original servo because this one takes up a lot less room. I know the original Parkzone servo is much better, but this one takes up quite a bit less room. And then on the servo arm, I'm going to attach it with springs to these so that they can stretch as the gear opens up. And that'll fit down in there, and I'll epoxy it in. I'm going to try to make gear doors out of the original plastic piece. And then I thought about trying to make these into drop tanks. Of course, cut the fins off and cut that off. But these are off of a Stuka that my girlfriend bought me off Nitro Planes. I smashed it into the ground like the second time I flew it. I'm not really sure how to explain what happened to it, but anyway, I've salvaged the parts off of it. I'm going to start on the main gear now. Okay, so here's my nose gear. I finally managed to get it working the way I wanted. And I've got a lot of time into this, unfortunately. I had to go through a lot of trial and error. So basically here's how it goes. I originally tried to use springs for my steering, but the gear wouldn't open up strong enough. It'd open about halfway, and then it wouldn't be strong enough to stretch the springs out the rest of the way. And so I ended up using these strings. The strings tie to here, and onto the servo arm. And that's where I get my steering from. That way the strings will collapse as the gear comes down. And then they pull tight when it comes up. And then this rubber band here, I had to put it there because it holds the gear straight on its way down, because without it, it'll try to twist and it jams up on the gear doors. And then this rubber band, it catches the gear doors as it comes down and closes them. And here I had to put a little strip of tape that's just enough resistance to hold the gear open, so it doesn't close too soon on this, because if it closes too soon it jams. And just lots of trial and error, but I managed to finally get it working the way I want. And I wanted to go with the split doors. But it works pretty good finally. That was a pain in the butt, by the way. And back here I started on my rear, or my main gear. I got all that in the way I want it. These are also just cheap Hobby King servoless retracts. They work pretty good. You gotta clean all that up a little bit, of course. And then I guess I'm gonna finish that up and start on my scale canopy upgrade. And I guess we'll get her painted. Okay guys, got the Parkzone Habu finished up. Done all the little mods I wanted to do to it. Made these little missiles out of wooden dowels and 1/16 ply. Here's the Park Flyer plastics canopy upgrade. Just a random paint scheme I decided to go with. Painted the tail and the wingtips red to help me keep eyesight of where it's going. It's got T28 sticker kit on it. Alright, let's turn it upside down here and let's check it out from underneath. cycle these retracts for you. I don't know what's up with this little guy here, but it decided to start doing something wacky. Don't ask me why it does that. I have no idea. Other than it's really cheap. But it works. It just works weird. It just started doing that. I have no idea. It just randomly started doing it one day. But at least the back ones work good. Stupid thing. But anyway, there she is. Thanks for watching.